MarkTools Video Guide. Workflow and Settings. In this video I'll explain how the system works, what it shows you and how you can change the display settings for you. To analyze the market data, the system uses Smart Money Price Action technique. It performs analyzes every minute for every time frame for all tickers available in the system. While it performs analyzes, the system goes through variety of different stages such as building the price structure, detecting the most recent actual structured point of interest, which are zones where we can start looking for our trading setups. Those points of interest can be either order blocks or mitigation blocks or breaker blocks. Any of them represent the zone of resistance or the zone of support. Detecting the most recent and actual zones of imbalances which can be filled, unfilled or fulfilled. Those also became the zone of resistance or the zone of support. Detecting the grabbed liquidity pools or the ones that might be grabbed. Detecting the major and minor liquidity pools like previous month high and low, previous week high and low, previous day high and low, trading session high and low. The swings of the higher time frame are detected by the price structure step. Detecting equal highs and lows and trend liquidity. Detecting the relation between all the mentioned tools. The system builds analyses for both directions at the same time, and it considers all the information for alerts and charts. As the primary point of interest, it uses the most recent structured formation. As the secondary point of interest, it uses structural formation in the history, which is the closest to the current price action. The price structure is a very important and key tool in Smart Money Price Action, and it's a base for every further analysis. It shows what the current direction the price is following. We use ICT price structure. The general look of it looks like in the picture. As far as classic structure, minor structure and substructure go, we don't provide the ability to specify which type of breaking of structure to use. You will be dealing with the break of structure, which can be either of them. The price move that broke the structure will produce discount and premium zones. Some of you need that in order to detect where the pullback is about to finish, considering the trading context where the price action takes place. To confirm the break of structure or the continuation, we use body confirmation. It means that the candle must close higher or lower than the considering swing. Before continuing, let's take a look at the settings. There are some similar settings for all tools displayed on the charts. And let's briefly describe them first. Those settings are placed on the right side of the header section. The first one is labeling. It says how to display the label to each tool. The label toggle turns on or turns off the displaying labels. The opacity field sets the transparency of the label. The upper toggle makes the label to be either uppercase or lowercase. The second option is label information. This option has a specific variety of values for each tool, and it says what type of information is to show in the label. We will explain those values while we are describing a particular tool. The third option is line style. This option sets the line width and the line style in case a line drawing takes place. The fourth and fifth options are colors for the tool. Most tools can be either bullish or bearish. The first color box sets the bullish color and the second one sets the bearish color correspondingly. And finally, you have a switcher that contains two toggles. The first one makes the tool visible on charts and the second one makes it visible on the information box. Using this option, you can simply get rid of tools you are not interested in. Let's get back to the price structure formations. Go to the settings menu. Under the SMPA category, find the section called POI. This section contains the display settings for the structural formations. The field style says how to display structural formation. That option affects only those formations that were built from the break of structure. The line style displays the formation as the break of structure line, starting from the grabbed swing to the candle that grabbed that swing with the body. The block style displays the formation as the area where one edge is the break of structure line and the opposite edge is the local extremum inside this area. Inside that area, you usually want to see the price reaction on its pullback. The next field is display. It says what type of formations to show. The most recent formation is called primary. The old formation is called slave. The primary formation defines prioritized bias on the current time frame, and thus it is shown first in the information box. Extend primary and extend slave fields. Those fields have an impact on how the POI formation area is extended. With the field is on, it extends the area to the very right up to the real-time candle. With the field is off, it extends it to the end of the primary formation. The structural formations can have labels. Depending on formation type, it can have the following abbreviations. OB, order block, which can be based on mitigation, breaker, wick, or engulfing. MB, mitigation block, which breaks the structure without grabbing liquidity. Usually it's SMS, break of structure or structure continuation formation. BB, breaker block, which breaks the structure with the grabbing liquidity. All of them represent support or resistance, demand or supply areas. Using prefix from label information, you can show those abbreviations on charts. Using levels from label information, you can add major and minor levels to the label which were grabbed by the formation. Discount and premium. For the primary formation, you can show the discount and the premium zone. In the settings under the SMPA category, find the section called Discount/Premium. The field style says how to draw those discount and premium zones. It can be either the line, which is the transition between zones, or two blocks. Sweeps. Sweep is a formation when the wick of the candle grabs the old swings. Sweep has the prefix S in the labels. We might have a few sweeps on charts, and in order to recognize them, the system adds ID to each prefix. In that case, you can match sweeps in the information box, alerts system, and charts. There are QM patterns for sweeps which have format TFN/TFM. TFN is the time frame where the sweep takes place. TFM is the lower time frame break of structure that happens right after the sweep and thus confirms the sweep. In label information, you can choose an option with QM in order to substitute the prefix S with the actual QM pattern. If the sweep grabs major and minor liquidity, you can add that information to the sweep label by choosing an option with level in label information. Raids. It is similar to the sweep with the difference that it grabs the liquidity by the candle's body. Imbalances or fair value gap, or just FVG. Those names have the same meaning. FVG has three states. Unfilled, when the price action hasn't crossed the zone of FVG yet. Partly filled, when the price action reached the zone but has not filled the whole zone completely yet. Fulfilled, when the price action filled the whole zone of FVG. You can find two sections related to displaying imbalances. The first section is named FVG. It is used for the unfilled zone of imbalance. The second section is named Filled FVG. It's used for the filled zone of imbalance. Levels. In the settings, find Previous PDM under SMPA category. By activating it, the system will display Previous Day High and Low. The label is PDH and PDL respectively. Previous Week High and Low. The label is PWH and PWL respectively. Previous Month High and Low. The label is PMH and PML respectively. Opens. In the settings, find the sections which have open in its title under the SMPA category. Day Open shows the current day open price. The label is due. New York Day Open shows the current New York Day open price. The label is NO. Week Open shows the week open price. The label is WO. Month Open shows the month open price. The label is MO. Build up and targets. Targets are possible variations of your take profit price levels according to the current price action. To activate targets, you need to press target buttons in the tile toolbar. Under the target section in the SMPA category, you can adjust how many targets maximum to show for each direction. With the field 4, you can set for what POI to show the targets. With the nearby toggle on, you can show targets which are very close to the current price. As far as labels go, you have Tools option, which uses original tool labels as target labels. Every subsection below has the parameter called FVG fill. It's used when FVG exists behind the tool and the system calculates the price location of the target line based on percentage of imbalance. With the FVG subsection you include imbalances as your targets. Using the swing subsection you add targets based on the swings of your price structure. The build-up subsection allows you to include build-up's liquidity into your targets, which can be equal lows and highs or trend liquidity. Using the cover field you can specify the location of the target line regarding the price range percentage for the current build-up formation. To adjust how build-up and swings are drawn, use the build-up section in the settings. Trading sessions. In the settings menu find the section called Sessions under the SMPA category, and use it to adjust the colors of all 4 sessions which are widely used by most traders. They are displayed up to 1 hour timeframe inclusively like boxes, where the left edge is the start of the session. The top and the bottom edges are high and low of the session respectively, and the right edge is either the end of a session or the start of the next session. The last piece of the SMPA category is Info Box section. Here you can set the colors of the bias direction in the information box. TradingView settings. Crosshair section. Sync All. Enables Crosshair to be synchronized across all the charts. Color. Sets the color of the crosshair. Back section. Color. Sets the background color of the tile. Vertical and horizontal grid colors. Sets the vertical and horizontal grid lines colors of the chart background. Countdown. Shows countdown to the real-time candle closure. Candles section. This section sets the color of the candles. General settings. Miscellaneous section. Info box. Similar to the main toolbar, Show Information Box button. Shows or hides information box attached to the chart. Toolbar alignment. You can set how to align the main toolbar buttons. Time zone. Set your current time zone. The system will adjust the time to your time zone. Date format and time format, sets the format of timing. Status bar section. Here you can specify additional buttons for the tile toolbar. Show OHLC values. Displays OHLC prices that are under crosshair. Show targets. The button to show the possible targets for the current time frame. Show bias. The same as in main toolbar bias buttons but spreads only to the current tile. Viewport section. Auto fit chart. Automatically fits the chart to the best view that covers all relevant tools. Right padding. Sets amount of space should be empty on the right side of the chart. Bars per screen. In case auto fit chart is off, you can set how many bars you would like to see per your screen width. It calculates bars across all tiles. Theme section. In this section you can set specific themes for your tile. For example, I have dark color scheme in my system, my browser is dark, my app theme is dark, but I want the tiles to be light. This combination allows you to isolate your focus only on charts and the rest will darken and not bother your eyes. Theme on light. Sets what color scheme is used on the light color scheme. Theme on dark. Sets what color scheme is used on the dark color scheme. The system has 2 sets of SMPA and TradingView settings. One is for the dark theme and another is for the light theme, so that you can adjust the look for all color schemes. In the upper right corner of the settings you can find the currently editing set called Editing Theme. And the last piece of the settings is Apply Defaults. It resets the currently editing category to its default values. Drawings. Most of the traders leave their own markers and drawings on the charts while they are performing their analysis. As long as we use TradingView widget as a base for chartings, you are able to use all the drawing tools that are accessible in the widget. To start drawing, simply press the pause button in the tile toolbar or just touch the chart. It will stop auto-scaling and will let you draw things. Whatever you're drawing is stored on your browser side. So if you decide to switch the browsers, your drawings will disappear in other browsers. Hopefully it wasn't hard and everything was clear. In case you have any questions, please feel free to ask support to clarify things.